Good morning. Hi, I'm Jonah. Welcome to Let's Learn Basic Grammar. Today, we are going to study the different forms of be verbs in English sentence structure. But before that, let's define be verbs first. When we say be verbs, they are linking verbs. What are linking verbs? Linking verbs means they link the subject of the sentence with the information about it. So, when we say subject, it means it is the main idea in your sentence. So, it is our topic. So, the forms of be verbs in English are in present and in past. So, they are am, is, and are, was, and were. So, in order to use your be verbs in a sentence, we need the subject, which is our main idea. Okay, so the use of am needs I as your subject. So that's why we say I am. Okay? Next, the use of is for he, she, and it. Or you can also use singular nouns. Next, the use of be, are is used for you, they, and we. Or you can also use plural noun. So, when we use I, he, she, it, you, they, and we call them as your pronoun. When we say pronoun, it replaces your noun. For example, so for first person, I said I because I'm talking to myself. So when we say he, she, and it talks about third person because you are talking to another person. Okay? So, we said it replaces your noun, right? So, let's define noun first. Okay? So, noun, it means names of people, things, places, events, and ideas. Okay? So, because as I said a while ago, you can also use regular noun for is, right? So, your singular noun, it means only one. Okay? So, names of people. So, since I said one, it means one person. Just like, for example, if I say Itu, Chessa, Jonah, and so on. These are names of people. Okay? So, Itu, Chessa, Jonah, names of one person, each person. Okay? So, you can use this name as your singular subject. Okay? So, for example, if I say Itu is, Chessa is, Jonah is. Alright? So, next, if I use things, okay? So, we talk about names of things. For example, books, chairs, notebooks, pens, and so on. So, let's use them one by one. For example, book, pen, table. Okay? So, you say, we need a, okay? And then book. So we say a book is, a pen is, and a table is. Alright? So in this case, the use of a here is article. Okay? So we use a for one thing. Okay? Single thing. Singular. Alright? Next. let's talk about places. Okay? So for example, if I say school, Japan, and let's say, okay, alright, so here you can say also a school, but not a Japan, okay, because we only have one Japan, so no a. So city, so you can also use a. So a school is, Japan is, or a city is. Okay? Next, let's talk about events. So when we say events, it means happenings. So just like birthday party, meeting, concert, and graduation, or so on. Okay? So we have, for example, meeting, graduation, party, or you say concert. Okay, so you can also use them with is. Okay, but these words, you can use the or a for your article, alright? So it's also possible, okay? So, but here the use of meeting, so you say the meeting is, okay? So the graduation is, okay, the party or a party is, okay? So concert, a concert or the concert is, alright? Singular, only one. Next, how about ideas? Okay, so when we say ideas, these are, okay, something that we cannot touch. Okay, so we can only feel or think about it. So for example, we say life, happiness. Okay, so we say personality. Alright, so these are ideas, okay? So for example, a life, okay, or the life is, okay? Or you can say happiness is, or personality is, okay? Yeah, singular. But then some of them, you can also use it in plural form, alright? Okay, so these are examples of your nouns. So it can be a subject, of course, in your sentence. So you can choose either to use it as a singular or plural. Alright? So for your plural noun, of course, we use s or es to your noun. Okay? So just like, for example, names of people. So when I say Jessa, Jessa is singular, so only one. In order to make it plural, then let's add another name. So you can say Jessa and Ito. Right? So these names are two. Okay? So it means plural. So we use are. Okay? So Jessa and Ito are. Right? So, and the rest of your nouns or names, you can combine them or you can use S form. So for example, the use of thing, instead of book or you say a book, it will become books. So we add S. Okay? So you say books are. Okay? So for place, you can say a city. So you say cities are, okay, plural, right? And so on, okay? You can apply the same form for different nouns, okay? Yeah, so that's what we call noun, all right? So here, for your pronoun, we don't only use I, he, she, it, you, they, and we, okay? So for your subject, we can also use different forms of pronoun actually. But for the use of I, we only use it with am. Okay? So am. But then for is and are, you can use different forms. Alright? So here, for your forms, we have the pattern, subject, be verbs, plus noun or adjective. Anyway, we already discussed about noun, but adjective isn't yet. So let's define adjective first in order to discuss the other forms. So when we say adjective, adjective describes your noun. So when you describe your noun, you give your opinion toward something. Okay? So your adjective also asks the questions what kind and how many. So for what kind, you tell your opinion. Okay? You tell your opinion to somebody. So for example, if I say beautiful. Beautiful is an example of adjective. So this is my opinion towards something. So it only also answers the question what kind. Next, if I say sad, happy. Okay, so these are other forms of adjectives, okay, examples. So we use them after your be verbs, okay? So, and then for the question of how many, so we use numbers. So for example, let's say 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, okay? Or you can also use other forms like many, much, okay? So your quantifiers, alright? So here, let's have, okay, a sentence, let's say a full sentence using your be verbs. So first, let's use your pronoun as your subject. So we have here, I am a student. Our subject is I. Our be verb is am. And our noun is a student. We use a because singular only, right? So student is a name of a person, okay? Next. Okay, so we have here, he is tall. He is our subject. Is our be verb. It's because he is singular. Tall is adjective. So it means it describes your subject, he. Alright? Next. So we have they are Japanese. So our subject is they, be verb is are, Japanese is what? It's your adjective. Okay? So this is your full form. Okay, using your subject, your verb, your noun, or your adjective. Okay? Next. So for your noun and for your adjective, you can combine them together, okay? So just like, for example, adjective plus noun, alright? So you can use them together in one sentence. So you can say, for example, they are Japanese students. So you can also use Japanese students here because as we said, adjective describes your noun. So you can also use this before your noun, okay, which is students. But then, if you use adjective alone, okay, so it's also okay, alright? That's for your noun. Next, for your noun, we don't only, okay, talk about names or something. You can also use, okay, your noun with other words, just like preposition. Okay, so for example, if I ask you where you are, okay, or let's say if I want to know your location. So here, aside from I am a student, I can also use okay, so I can say I am at the station. If somebody asks you, where are you? Oh, I'm here at the station. Okay, so you say I'm at the station. Or you can say okay, so you say I'm in my room. Okay, so here I also use your preposition. Okay, so anyways, preposition, it locates your place. So here it is also followed with noun. Alright? So this part, okay, so as you can see, I use the word my. Okay, so my is also a preposition. Okay? No. What I mean is your pronoun. Okay? So, but then my here is what? Okay, so this is a possessive adjective. Okay, so we call them as your possessive adjective. So this part, so you can also use it with noun. That's why if I say my room, my name, my favorite color is, just like that. Alright? So this form. Okay, so we call that as your possessive adjective. Understand? Alright. So, aside from that, okay, because here we use it at the end. If you want to use it at the beginning and as your subject, you may do so. For example, okay, so my name is Joy. Alright? So here I use your possessive adjective followed with your name. So when we say name, it means noun. Okay? So my name, of course, you only have one name. So we use is. And then Joy is a noun also. Okay? So you can say, aside from this, so you can use her, his, their, our, or your. Okay? So followed with your noun plus your be verb. So it also depends, okay? If your possessive, okay, is followed with plural noun, then your be verb is also plural noun. So for example, if I say her parents are, okay, in Japan. Okay, so I use parents. Parents has s, so it is plural. So we use are. So her parents are in Japan. Okay? So, and then the rest, so still the same. Okay? So you use singular or plural now. Got it? Alright. So, for your be verbs, of course, in present form, it means you give me, okay, so the general fact, or something which is true at the moment, or not only at the moment, but from the past, now, and then in the future. Okay? So, that's for be verbs